Yo. Alright, we're doing Keeper today. Won't be streaming all day today, sadly. I've gotta go somewhere. We're gonna get through this game, I think, before I leave. Happening a lot lately. Some of it's allergies, some of it's better. Anyways, this is Keeper. It's by Double Fine. Schaefer and all them. Psychonauts. Stacking. They might have worked on remasters for like Full Throttle, but I mean, obviously, they worked on old point and click, LucasArts people. But nowadays, I mean, it's probably totally different than that. What was that one? Broken Age? One of the earlier ones I played by them. An old, I would say, not infamous. I don't know if people even remember the Broken Age. Starter deal. It was an earlier one, so that ended up kind of iffy. Kind of this thing, right? But nowadays, I mean, wait. Yeah, this one's supposed to be a chill game. The gameplay's not really anything too crazy to write home about, but it's supposed to be a pretty cool art game. At least see some cool visuals or something. Enjoy it all around, really. It's got Some more fixed camera stuff. Are you drunk? Not much control, man. I'm sure that's the idea, though. It probably doesn't even matter what I do right now. Yeah, if I just hold down, it just goes left and right. This game had an arachnophobia warning. I wonder if it's like just the legs or... Why is my stream running at such a low bitrate? FPS 30. You're getting better than that. Pretty modern rig, dude. Interesting. Not really in love with using DLSS, but the kind of game I suppose it would matter too much either. And my stream's like 2000 bitrate. I am using the GPU. Put everything to high. I'm actually going to restart the game. Not the best way to start the game. It did ask me to open up the firewall like it does on Game Pass every time, and I kind of just exited out. So if it'll pop up again. Mr. Low Energy, dude. Jeez. That'll have to do. Looks like the stream is stabilized a bit, maybe too. I'd like to be playing it on, you know, the highest I can, since it's a visual, more of a visual game, but honestly it's requires a fair amount of resources, it looks like. Or because I'm streaming through my capture or GPU, it's fighting. Might just be an oddly optimized game too. Cool capping it at 60. That's fine. Maybe that was just like a weird hiccup. I just went from high to very high. I was like, oh dude. Not using. I'm using an upscaler. So. Kind of how it is, sadly, nowadays, regardless. Pretty interesting art direction. Very abstract. Like I said, sorry, it'll be very low energy. Actually, this is the worst start to stream, but I'm gonna go get something energy, so be right back. soak back in. I feel like I should just kind of, you know, I was to say it's Double Fine. I don't want to kind of shoot the shit about it, but you know, when you're low energy, man, it's like sometimes the combo just doesn't come to your mind. Well, this seems like the kind of game where interrupting it with too much shit. Yeah, I'm hoping it's cool though. I mean, I've played a lot of like abstract artsy, like low gameplay type of shit. You're going through a big outdoor environment and you fight a couple shadowy dudes and then it ends. Even recently with like hurdling and shit. Like Eclipseum and all that. Just within even the last few weeks. But, yeah, they're good times. Sometimes the structure can be a little samey. But I mean, it's usually about the art. I'm curious to see kind of a larger studio. You know, Double Fine, or Microsoft and all that kind of go for it. I listened to a little interview about this on the was it Friends Per Second podcast. The developers. I don't really remember all that much about the interview. That's interesting. Big emote. Or just kind of whether or not they're supposed to be muting, and then just kind of the freedom they had under Microsoft and their general approach to more just a game dev. Trying to get a good business, kind of like, you know, there's more of an expectation for them to kind of just make different stuff. Instead of, you know, gonna make like a Call of Duty or something under Microsoft. I'm curious how that'll change in the future, if at all. I think stuff like Game Pass and how much they take their publishing seriously and stuff. I mean, obviously their platform, Xbox, not so much. Double Fine game with no quirky dialogue. Yeah. Can you believe it? Yeah, I guess I could talk kind of about my history of playing Double Fine games. I think generally I am like pretty just like alright about Double Fine. I really liked, well, I didn't really like it, but I thought Psychonauts 2 was good. Better than the first one probably. It was they got really strong artists. Double Fine. What all have I played by them? Here, let's get the full list. Yeah, Psychonauts would be their first proper one. I mean, obviously, you know, some of the team, and at least Team Schafer's, you know, goes back to LucasArts. Yeah, Psychonauts, good game, or an interesting game at least. I think it's got its things, but worth playing. I did a lot of small stuff I've not played here. I didn't play Brutal Legend. Oh, Costume Quest. I did like Costume Quest. Grid Fandango is Tim Schafer's. I think they handled the remaster for it. Maybe. But shit like Full Throttle and Monkey Island and Grim Fandango, that's Tim Schafer. And you know, he's the CEO Double Fine. Yeah. So I played Costume Quest. That was a cute little game. Stacking. That was interesting. They did a lot of little stuff that I didn't play. They just did a lot. Some of this, I wonder how much. Oh yeah, Broken Age. That, like I said, that was that big early Kickstarter where there was a little bit of drama with it because of some of the quality and stuff. I think I played Costume Quest too. Like that, those games aren't like insanely memorable, but they're cute. Yeah, Grim Fandango remastered. They did handle that. Massive Chalice. I remember this shit. I don't know if that worked out. Yeah, Day of the Tentacle remaster. A lot of remasters. Headlander. I think I played Headlander. I actually have to check. Headlander. Yeah, I played it in 2019. That tells you about whatever. It was a alright, like kind of retro 70s future, whatever the hell that art style they always calls retrofuturism. Yeah, I always wanted to go back and do the Grim Fandango run again. For context, I guess for anybody that know, I played through most of Grim Fandango and then had like a hard lock. There was a glitch in the game on the PS Plus version, and maybe it was on all versions of the remaster, where you just couldn't. Something was broke. I couldn't get through it in the water section near the end. I guess maybe the end. And I didn't have any other backup saves. So that was the end of it. One of the few games that I think maybe I can think of two off the top of my head that I had to quit because of like them being broken. It was that, and it was that one that's kind of like Elder Scrollsy, but it was all talking. They're talking like bird people and shit like that. It had very like Bethesda style like dialogue trees and shit. That had a problem on Game Pass. I can't remember the name of it. You ride like on a little bike and stuff. It's very like fairy tale. That had a problem on Game Pass where it would save all your pictures because there's a lot of pictures and stuff, and then Game Pass would have like a limit on how much it would upload to the cloud, and then if it went over, it just wouldn't save to the cloud. So I'd play the game for hours, and it would maybe crash because it was really glitchy, and then there'd be no save for where I was, and I redid like a 3-hour chunk like 2 or 3 times, and I would only upload the cloud version from like a day ago or something. I was like, I gotta quit that game. So. Yeah, Full Throttle Remastered, rad. I don't know, rad. Like action. They kind of swap around on publishers, but I mean now they're owned by Xbox. So Psychonauts 2 and now Keeper. I think they said they're working on a bunch of this shit. So I mean they've done a lot, but honestly not as much as you'd think. At least that really hit big. I think I was kind of worried about them for a bit. I was like kind of like, I mean, you know, they make some cool stuff here and there, and I'm sure just the names alone keep it. Maybe keep the lights on. I don't know. But I feel like with Psychonauts 2, it really cements them as like, you know, dev to look out for always, right? Not that Psychonauts 2 was like my favorite thing ever, but I mean, there's definitely like an artistry to it that's like, you know, they could do some cool stuff. Yeah, 1's cool. I like it. There's parts of 1 I like better than 2. I think it loses a little bit of that like Burton-y kind of vibe in 2 a little bit, but the other art is really good. And then since they have a bigger budget, you know, or maybe not even budget, just, you know, maybe the know-how or something, you know, big 3D environments that get pretty wild on the art side of things is pretty sweet. I would say the story I don't like as much in 2 in a way. I don't remember a lot of the details. By the end, it's kind of whatever. And I've always had a problem with like Psychonauts gameplay. As far as like 3D platformers, I don't think they're very satisfying. But they're not bad, right? Like, I mean, the collectibles are fine. It's cute 100%ing the levels, but you don't play it for the schmoobin', that's for sure. It's about the art. And I think 2 knows that, or at least it capitalizes on it. Which is why I'm interested in this game, because it's like pretty much just a pure art game. Yeah, I mean, if you liked 1, I'd recommend 2. It's just a direct continuation. Which the second game after that long actually being totally fine is pretty rare, right? I was listening to a critique lightly on this game. I don't know any spoilers, it's just during a podcast. I think I was during that same podcast that I listened to an interview on the devs for this. Or one dev. And Tim Shaver, he was kind of there, honestly. Was somebody trashing the soundtrack? Like it was like too weird or untraditional or something? I'm not. I thought that was an odd critique. And I hadn't played the game yet. And I was like, I wonder if I would feel that at all. Because usually I like very kind of experimental music or music that is untraditional, that captures a feel of something unique. So far I would say this has been totally fine. I don't know if we're talking everything needs to be like Journey, like big sweeping, like grand, swelling, you know, emotional type of stuff, or we'll see as we go. Maybe there's some bit that's like, you know, there's like somebody just starts rapping out of nowhere. I mean, we're too early in. Honestly, this is one of those games that when you're streaming, it's a little too easy to like almost tune out the game. So I feel like I should jack in a little bit here, because it is very auto. Kind of walking through environments. Not really like a whole lot of visual storytelling going on. I'm in the lighthouse like carpet. Can't believe Anton Blast had that fucking sound clip. Persona OST. I wonder what originally that sound clip is from, right? Like obviously it's like some old like preset sound pack and like some audio program that like a bunch of devs used, but funny how those become like meme-ified. It's like you'll hear sounds in like Majora's Mask and Baden Kados, and I was like, they probably didn't sample from each other. It's just like old, you know, some ancient, you know, you pay to buy or pay to like, you know, I don't know what they call them, sound sample packs. I feel like something as distinct as like lyrics, though, you wouldn't want to do that. But I mean, it's not like it works. It's kind of funny. Works good for shit like Anton Blast, which is like a shit post games. Well, it's definitely been a very vibrant game so far. Cool. I do wonder if I could turn off. I was having really bad performance issues earlier. I wonder if I could like... I don't have frame gen on. Does this look any different? If I turn this off completely, I don't even think they let you. Yeah, they don't let you turn it off. I mean, that's just how it is nowadays. I remember a year or two ago, I was like, oh my god, what? Like with this, not even a year or two, I think I was maybe even this year, still wakes the deep. I was like, what the fuck? Hey, don't let me turn it off? How quickly that's changed. I mean, the Switch 2, it's like built in, right? You have no option. And I mean, done right, it can look fine, right? You might not even notice. And, you know, would you rather have 60 FPS or a game that looks barely any different at 30? And it's like, I get that. Right? It does hog it. Yeah, if I change everything, I don't know if it does anything. DLSS. This game just cap at 60? Looks like it does. I could put it on quality, although I kind of want like a steady 60. Guess you can frame gen. But I mean, I'm playing in high resolution. It's probably a big part of this right now. I should tone down the resolution. I'm at like 4K almost, right? On this TV. Frankly, I don't really care about 4K, it's just what this TV is. I'm sure. I don't know how it works, like lowering the resolution on something that innately is like native to something way higher. On the monitor over there, it looks rough. But I wonder if it would even really look weird otherwise. I used to use on my other TV like 1080p and it was a 4K and I didn't even really notice. Might just be something where you only notice right when you change it. I didn't think I'd have to get crazy for this game. I know it was like an artsy game, but it didn't seem like a performance. My streaming uses the GPU as well, so like right now I'm getting like low bit rate. I'm gonna actually for safety's sake. It'll be fine. Don't need to see. I don't even notice the difference. Yeah, it was it should be okay again now, I hope. Also, I forgot that got shoot in order camera size. Yeah, I've had a lot of issues with GPU streaming and shit. And one part it's kind of cool because it's more efficient than like the CPU streaming. And the other part's like I kind of need it for games too. So I need to get new drivers for my GPU. There's a lot of issues with this era of drivers, and I haven't updated since really. I'll do that. Is it looking okay now? I lowered the stream quality a bit too. I don't know if that actually changed anything. That might just be a CPU thing. The breadless? I could definitely stream it with CPU. Oh yeah, I can dash. I've been walking like extremely slow this whole time. Just not been thinking about it. maybe you can't. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, yeah, I saw the bitrate go down. Yeah. This game's a hog. And at the mountain, yeah. There might be more moments like that. I'd lower the graphics quality, so I don't think I need very high in this. Unless I want to stop and smell the roses, which I do in a lot of games. I'll RP walk the fuck out of it. That's when I feel like it's gotta run quickly through everything. There's not like much going on, obviously, gameplay wise. So they try to put these like little things for you to interact with while you're walking. Doesn't amount to much either, but they're funny. Yeah, you can sprint sometimes, but not all the time. Industry bad? I'll turn up the audio. Love me a pre-maxed game. Unless I just want to hear the music a little bit louder. Enjoy, bub. This one's on me. Drop something. The music's been cool in this so far. Or some of the just kind of sounds. More of like an atmosphere. And now it's really loud. That building be walking. Living in these menus. Are we fucking with this poor bastard? No. Oh, we're giving him some eyes. Thanks, bub. I need to get a tight jump on that wood. They are giving them eyes. MFer's gonna have 3 eyes. Maybe he didn't want 3 eyes, you know? God, we have this weird to do everything for us. Maybe lifted. Do it. Just for fun. Now we're just putting the machine back together here. Crazy gameplay. I mean, Psychonauts 1 and 2 are good. Come on. Come on now. He doesn't believe. I think I got sick back-handed. That's it. It was pretty serious, man. Like little mini strokes. Maybe I should take the doc up on that sleep study. Apparently a weird sinus shit runs in the family. I guess my dad even got surgery for it. Might be fucking me up, man. Like another crank I need to go get. One doesn't have a crank. Actually didn't matter. So far this is a game when you're really tired. This may be a little too chill in the sense that I can kind of just sleepwalk through it. You're just rolling, man. It's pretty much all relying on the art, not really gameplay or story or anything like that, which is fine. I just, you know, how successfully it feels at the end of the day. Guess we're just gonna line up these. Lighthouse is dead. Twisted evil version. The moment in the artsy walking game you're in the dark evil area and things are really bad. And then things are okay again in 20 minutes. Nicely. Got a lot of different shit happening in the distance. Some tentacles, fucking whatever the hell that is. Oh shit. Other lighthouse. Lighthouses. Lighthouse Eye. Light homes. Is the stream running okay? My stream preview actually look horrible, but stream preview always looks bad. Okay, good. Chores. No. That's good. It's a good problem to have. I feel ya. Like I said, I'll have to leave here in like 4 or 5 hours, so this will probably all we do today. Maybe I'll do a little version. Depends on how long this is, but got a lot to get through as well. I played through Fly Night yesterday, actually off stream. Really tired yesterday. I was kind of just slept around. I went and fucked a lot, but it was a cute little game. Nice little kind of light dungeon crawler. Definitely felt more like a proof of concept almost than anything, but a lot of different little weapons and kind of fun direction combat. Didn't have like a whole like physics system for dismemberment, but there was dismemberment. Fun. The co-op was cool. I was about to start the stream on it, and I was like, some shit popped up, and then I gotta play a game off stream. Bounty Star. Bounty Star. Game Pass has added a lot lately, and I have passed on most of them. They're putting in a lot of slop. There's been a few I installed. Like I installed Great God Grove and the Temple of Osiris, but like, a lot of these I was like, I mean, that's just me going off of like looking at the game a little bit and like Steam reviews and stuff. Like really bad Steam reviews. I'm like, alright, that's probably a decent enough litmus test. What is Bounty Star though? I don't remember that one. I don't have it installed, so I must have not been interested. At least I don't think I've installed. If it's an early access game, I don't install those by default. I don't want to play a game that's unfinished. Oh, was that the one we talked about a few days ago? I didn't realize it was on Game Pass. Yeah, everything's good again. Now you've got a little lifesaver. We talked about some Met game that was kind of mixed reception. Yeah, we did talk about it very lightly. I didn't realize that was Game Pass. I'm interested in that one you were talking about, the Donkey Kong Country one, the Windswept. And I got a lot to play, but after Anton Blast, I'm kind of like, sort of wanting to play something a little bit more like precision-y. A little less chaotic. Like Anton was really cool. I love the atmosphere and the chaos of it. But it wasn't like the most satisfying to move around in. It was all about the feeling of destruction and chaos and speed. Yeah, not good, huh? Yeah, I'll have to play it. Don't think I should walk across this bridge. It's okay. Might be scripted. Oh, this bird's jacked. What the? This lighthouse is made out of cardboard. Weird. Biggest sword's not good, huh? To play that too. But I've just been playing whatever's just kind of matched my energy lately. I'm very low energy the past few days. I need to just try going to bed way early or something. I mean, I've almost never had one in my life. I might have like an actual fucking, what do they call it? Not circadian rhythm, maybe it is a Because I don't get like a full night's sleep. I always wake up like a 9 or 10. That's like, maybe that's just when I wake up now. It's part of it. Maybe I should go to bed at like fucking midnight. My whole life I would just fucking sleep whenever the fuck. Either what job I had or school. I think I got used to that. Part of it. But I don't know. I think it's more serious than that. Yeah, I was like I was gonna play like Seance or something, but it's like I kinda want to be like alive for it. I'm fine with slow and deliberate. A break from the dash dodge type is fine. Bird. Get that from over there. I should, even though he has no weight, it slows down quite a bit. It's going back up. Trying to activate this, bro. I was just doing it ahead of time because I figured like a wall would pop up or something. so many games coming out that yeah, I wonder how a lot of these are doing. I feel like there's a lot of competition for attention right now. There always is, but I mean, you know, if you're like more of an enthusiast, you might be able to get through more of them, or you know, depending on truly how many there are, you know, how many like press people are going to be talking about certain games and stuff. There's been enough coming out that it's like, if you're like really hardcore about playing a shitload of stuff, it's like, good luck. I do want to play Dispatch. Everybody, that's been the one I've seen like everybody been playing. Maybe it's just the people I follow, but man, their mama on that Dispatch. Part of it looks like it's something I might have like some, you know, parts I don't enjoy. Like, I'm tired of cape shit. I'm kind of tired of quirky bullshit, quippy dialogue. You know, I think the general Telltale format, whether depending on how, I guess this is more execution, right? Like forced choices and forced drama just to kind of justify it or to kind of put in like a surface level feeling of drama, you know, like, I mean that's more old Telltale quality. I've heard this is good, and that it's actually like a little bit more linear. Like a lot of the old Telltale shit was really annoying because it was like, let's just contrive a situation for drama and kind of put choices or make the choices not really matter at all. Like the Dark Pictures stuff, that's not Telltale, that's Supermassive, but like they're really bad about that. It's just like, I mean, those are more slasher, goofy horror, so it's not as big a deal, but it's like, I'm pretty tired of that type of shit. Where it was just like, very shit storytelling. To like, leverage the choices and justify it in a way. Like how people play these games just to have like a total Drama Island episode where they make a choice once. It's like, yeah. So, I think at the end of the day, I probably will like Dispatch, but I don't know. I'd be more excited about it if it wasn't cape shit and it wasn't quirky, but maybe it's not that quirky. Also, the random streamers and shit being like voice actors in it. I know that's a big turn on and it probably actually helped the game, but I'm not gonna lie, kind of. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a streamer being a voice actor, of course. Like, they're good, that's awesome, but, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, it's probably about the popularity first and the actual quality second. Hopefully it just works out both ways, but I kind of got like a little knee-jerk reaction on that, so. Not really be super, not like a part of the package I'm super jazzed about. Green Dead. Hard drops. It's probably just this game again. And the GPU mix. Because there's been frame dips, for sure, when I'm in certain areas. And for some reason, when a game is like totally tapping my GPU, because I'm using the GPU streaming, it like fucks with the stream. But it shouldn't be completely cutting the stream out. Oh, I can move this one. I mean, it could be issues. I mean, I've been having them. It should just be laggy looking though, not full cut. Part of me wants to just stop using GPU streaming for game that actually use my GPU. It could be a Twitch thing, but I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I'd like to play Dispatch. Hopefully it has like a proper ending, isn't just raw sequel bait, but yes. There's no dips there, so should be fine, really. They like this formula. There's a dude in the central area and you have to go split off to 3 different areas to go break him out thing. Hopefully they don't honestly do it too much, otherwise it's gonna feel kind of repetitive. This is the second time, pretty quick. Like a special way back there. Maybe there is. Unless I'm supposed to be opening up some path from the back. Can I just hit this from up there? No. Oh, there's a fucking little interact point. Gotcha. Leg. This is not found enough. I don't know, we're just getting rid of the lines. Crush this guy, man. What? Like the sound effects and shit? I don't really see it. You're not the first person I've seen say that. I don't know, it doesn't sound very weird to me. I mean, it sounds like different than like the traditional. We're like in a little city. I don't know, maybe it's like the compression on the other end. I mean, maybe if the sound volume all was like at the same level, it'd be too much. I mean, it's not like traditional music, but we're like in a robo town. And this game's pretty abstract, so I mean, I don't know, it kind of feels right. But, yeah, you're not the first person I've seen say it. I saw somebody in their review in some podcast say they thought the music was too weird or unfitting or something. It felt solid to me, if anything good sometimes. That might be a different critique than what you were hitting this with though. I do think some people just don't really have it in them to like listen to stuff that isn't like very traditional or a little bit more, you know, bizarro. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm popping off to this song or anything. I mean, if it's an odd game, right? Some of the other stuff has been just kind of more atmospheric, so. Cause I saw one person, like, I was like one of their like big critiques, and I'm like, I'm just not hearing any of that, man. Sometimes I wonder if it's just like anything that isn't like Austin Winfrey dwelling music is like gonna be on with some people. I don't know. I'm not. That's not entirely just bullshit. But. Experimental music is definitely not like a something you hear as much in like a AAA outing or anything. So I just don't really get a palate for that, which is fine. I'm not saying it's like wrong to think that, but it's one of those things. Is it more just like different than the normal, or is it just like truly that it's kind of just like distracting or totally really fucked? Yeah, I gotcha. That's kind of just been the sound of this town, so we'll see if it keeps up at all. I guess it's supposed to sound sort of gears and machinery and towny, city, if that makes sense. That just got me talking about the music. I've been saying you're feeling that way. And I think they said it was like weird or something. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like saying something's weird is like one of the lowest fucking ways of like critiquing something. And I quite enjoy their critiques usually. But like it's kind of doesn't really mean much. Across it's more just something that's like you're just not used to it or untraditional or something. Because weird can be like a good thing. Something's unique. I think at this point I wouldn't even have really noticed the music all that much if I wasn't actively thinking about it. There's been some nice ambient stuff. And it's been cool. It's not been like overly traditional, like walking around story music, but I'm just talking in general. Not particularly that song. It's just something I brought up way before Rydless even brought up that particular bit. Just something I thought was interesting. I'd have to go back and listen to what they just said. I didn't watch like a big extensive review on it because I plan on playing it. When I hear somebody criticize a soundtrack review, I'm like, oh, you're weird. It's like a... I guess I expect it to be like way more fucking bizarre, but maybe I'm just too used to a bunch of wacky shit. Like, yeah, it's not like Journey, which is very, typical for these types of games. But what the? Babby, shout out to Babby. Good guy, Lighthouse. Save the Babby. Yeah, that egg's gonna be scrambled, man. It's all this fucking movement. This isn't a slight against any of the people we were just talking about, but that whole conversation reminded me of some of those SMT5 comments. Look at this music, so this music's weird, this music sucks. Like Persona, I'm like, It keeps me awake at night, man. That's a nice look. Nice track, dude. They do cool things with the fixed perspective in here. You don't see too many games do like raw, like this level of like fixed perspective control anymore. I mean, partially it's because it makes the controls feel a little more wonky, but I mean, in a game this slow, I've not really noticed that much. Like, the Lighthouse definitely has like a lumbering movement to it, but it's not too bad. Like, it's about what you'd expect. I mean, is it interesting gameplay? Definitely not. There's very little going on. And, I mean, it's obviously not trying to be like a fun movement game or anything snappy. But I'm not doing like tank controls or anything. I'm feeling like I need tank controls like in some fixed perspective shit. That's been cool. I mean, in a game that's pretty much about its art, I feel like having like set camera angles to kind of let the art shine more, because I mean, you're gonna have probably better art. Well, it's a better art gallery if they control the camera. It makes sense to do that. I think it's helped for sure. More than it's hindered in like gameplay now. I do think the gameplay's been pretty dry. I kind of expected that going in. But I'd almost at times rather it just be like walking around in a more tight game. It's not like some like those limbo likes and shit I play where like the gameplay really gets in the way. Unless it's like, you know, there's only so many like little twisties and spinnies that are even worth spending the time on. I mean, I guess if it like interacts with the environment and it like changes stuff visually, it's cool, but like right there, like that doesn't do shit. I could probably live my life without that even happening. That's kind of where I'm at with the gameplay. Like I said, I'm pretty low energy. I think this game's so light on actual like anything engaging like at all, like outside of just the raw art, but it's very easy to kind of like almost sleepwalk through it. It's not like necessarily a bad thing, but you know, some games are trying to be chill. I imagine the goal isn't to have it be like completely uninteresting or anything. I mean, which it's, I'm not saying it is, but I love the spin in this, man. I like this song. This one's got a bit of clickiness, but it's definitely a bit more like a dreamy little ambience. I guess they kind of have clicky noises whenever there's gears, which this game has a lot of gears. The cotton candy. What's up, Greta? Oh, he's getting catfish tonight. But none for us. Let's jump there. Cool. Or, I mean, relative to the rest of it. I just had some chicken. Now you are getting frame rate issues? Okay, it's a stream problem.